Hello, salam alaikum. Welcome to another live stream. I'm so sorry for being delayed. I was very busy tonight. But anyway, we are here now. Let's see. All right. The link is there for those who would like to join. I will start, before anybody join, I will start with a video that Martin shared with me. I've gone through these verses. Let me first share it, and then we can talk about it. Salam alaikum. Hourglass. Salam alaikum. Let me see. I don't know. I don't hear your voice. Is it me or yours? Let me check. Let me see. Let me see here. Just a second. I want to see if it is from my side or your side. All right. Let's see. All right. Now I see that it wasn't from my side. Hourglass. Oh, okay, you went. Anyway, I have to find the audio for this video. Where's the audio? In this short, yeah, here. Just a second. Salam alaikum. Hello. Hourglass. All right, I don't know. I don't hear you. All right. Check your mic, please. Now I play these.
Islam among the people of the scripture, which would be Quran chapter 9 verse 29 says, fight against those who believe not in Allah and those who acknowledge not the religion of truth, i.e. Islam, among the people of the scripture, which would be Jews and Christians, until they pay the jizya with willing submission.
Okay, so this is again chapter 9 verse 29. Let's see. Martin shared it with me to say that these verses are violent, and let me see.
And feel themselves subdued. This verse, along with many other verses.
Okay, again, our class.
Salam alaikum. Peace be upon you. I hear
Peace
you
upon
now.
you. Yeah, very good. I hear you too. Yeah, I would like to continue with this one, and then we can talk. Is that okay?
Yes, okay, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
In the Quran and Hadith have been used to persecute Jews and Christians for the past 1400 years. It's teachings like this that has led to the Nigerian genocide, where over 7,000 Christians have been killed this year alone. A Muslim might accuse you of taking this verse out of context if you talk about this verse, but if you look at the context, we get to see what Muhammad's justification is for why he commands Muslims to fight Jews and Christians. Verse 30.
Okay, already a lie, because he said that why Prophet Muhammad command Muslims to fight Christian and Jews. Yeah, Christian and Jews, which when he read himself, I don't know, they deliberately do that or they don't understand, which mostly is deliberately, because when he read the verse, okay, let's see, you read it again.
Quran chapter 9 verse 29 says, "Fight against those who believe not in Allah and those who acknowledge not the religion of truth, i.e. Islam, among the people of the scripture."
Okay, among people of the scripture. So if these people understand language, then if God wanted, or Prophet Muhammad wanted me to fight Christian and Jews, wouldn't say fight among people of the book or among Christian and Jews. Would say fight Christian and Jews, because either they don't understand language or God didn't understand language. If God wanted us to fight Christian and Jews, would say fight Christian and Jews right away. Fight Christian and Jews because they do not believe in God and the last day, and they do not, what was that? And they do not adopt the religion of the truth and so on.
Islam.
Okay? Yes, Islam, Islam. But the verse doesn't say that. So the verse says, fight those people of the book who do not have faith. It doesn't say believe, because if a single people of the book says that I do not believe in God or the last day, wait, just hello, Sean.
The thing is, to believe in God, it means that they do not associate partners with Him.
No.
Wait. The Trinitarians do.
No, it is not that, Hourglass. Sorry. Okay? It doesn't say believe. It says, because all of them believe. It is not about Christian either. It is people of the book. Okay? So you should understand people of the book are Christian Jews and Sabaeans. Okay? Not Christian, only Christian Jews. Sabaeans as well. Quran mentioned them as well, that they are people of the book. So it is not just about, if it was only about Christians, would say fight those Christians who do this and that. It's a fight those people of the book who do not have faith. It is not believe, because if they say we believe, we do not believe. You went. Okay, wait. If they say we do not believe in God and the last day, okay, usually they say, these Christians, when you talk to them, say, oh no, we don't believe in your God and your last day. Okay, it's not about, again, wait.
Well, they're
again, no, wait. Hourglass.
It's because they believe in weird things, this Trinity, nonsense, three gods, forgiveness in Allah. What the hell is this?
Hey, no. Hourglass.
What is this belief?
Okay, listen to me. It is not because of that. Okay, and it is. I said, I don't know why you don't listen either. Hello, Sean.
But wait, brother.
Hourglass.
Say that.
No, Hourglass. Wait. Hello, Sean.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Yourself? Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for being here. Hourglass, Sean, you also please make Hourglass maybe to understand that it is
hello,
not,
Hourglass.
Yes, hello, Sean.
Sean, you understand perhaps very well what I'm talking about. The verse is not talking about Christian, Hourglass. The verse is talking about people of the book. Hourglass, admit that it is not only about Christian. Do you admit?
Yes.
Do you understand this part? Okay, so please don't go to Christians, okay? Once for all, okay? It is about people of the book. Who are people of the book, Hourglass?
The Jews and the Christians.
They're not the Christians. What?
The Jews and the Christians.
And Sabaeans. Okay? Do you know Sabaeans? Yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you want me to read the verse about Sabaeans that says,
I know, chapter 2, verse 62.
Yes, it's talking, it mentioned them, Sabaeans as well. So Christian, Jews and Sabaeans. So it is not about Christians, okay, just Christians. So it is about all three. And this verse is talking about all three people. So you don't make it Trinitarian or anything.
Because we have many Christians who believe in one God, exactly.
Yeah,
They
so
don't
no,
associate
listen.
partners with God.
So, no, it is not about that. Again, you go to that. It's not about that. It's about all people of the book. If it was about a portion of Christian who talk only, I don't know, you don't understand or Allah didn't understand.
No, that's not true.
No. So Allah understand how to speak, okay? Because wait. If I was going to, Sean, am I right or wrong? If I was going to say
the commentary about the scholars on this verse, maybe do that.
No. Scholars are
Why
a bunch
not?
Scholars are a bunch of idiots, okay? Understand?
Good scholars then.
Yeah, good scholars. Yeah, there are few good scholars, not these scholars that you are going to bring. So I don't need to understand a verse so clear, okay, and to go to a bunch of ignorant scholars, okay? It is very clear. Either you don't understand. So if you don't understand, that's your problem, Hourglass, because I understand. Sean, please, do you understand what the verse says?
No, I came later on. Does it say kill all the non-believers or something?
No, Sean, you read the verse. It says, actually, the verse here they have written, fight against those who believe not in Allah, nor in the last day, nor forbid that which has been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger, and those who acknowledge not the religion of truth. Among, Sean, among the people of the scriptures, okay? Here is written Jews and Christian, which is not Jews and Christian, only Sabians as well. So Sean, when it says among, okay, and I said to Hourglass, yeah, Sean, I said, if I was going to say to my followers, Sean, fight people of the book, I would say right away, fight people of the book because they do not believe in God and the last day, nor forbid that which has been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger, and those who acknowledge not the religion of the truth, and so on. Yeah. So if I was going to say to my followers, I would say right away, fight people of the book because of this, okay? But the verse doesn't say. In reality, you have to put it like in this way, Sean. You have to say, fight those people of the book who have no faith in God and the last day, because all people of the book believe in God and the last day. So you don't say, oh no, Christian believe in something.
As I said, I'm sorry if I sounded rude before I'm sorry, I was a little bit mean. But what I meant to say is that with my respect to Christians, without wanting to be rude, I apologize for my previous words. That the Trinity is, Allah tells us in the Quran not to say Trinity because it's only one God.
All right, listen, Hourglass. Yeah,
therefore,
listen.
I'm getting there, brother. They do not believe in Allah, not really.
Wait.
Associating partners
again,
with Allah.
Hourglass, again. No, Hourglass, please. Again, you went and put this verse only on Christians. This verse is not talking about Christians. Sean, please. Did you understand that the verse is not talking about only Christians?
I understand. Jews
so this verse is not Jews and Christians, okay? Jews, Christians, yeah, people of the book in general, yeah? Who are they? Jews, Christian, and Sabians, okay? So don't put it on only Christian and then some of them believe in Trinity or so. So forget that Trinity. So these people of the book, a portion of them, okay, it says a portion of them. And if somebody doesn't understand this verse, okay, then has to go to chapter 3, verse 113, 14, 15, 262, and others, which I'm going to read it, okay, before. So maybe Sean hasn't heard them, okay? So 68. Sean, if somebody doesn't understand this verse, has to read chapter 29, verse 46 says, and do not argue with the people of the, no, chapter 262 actually, that's about argument. And 262, those who have faith and those who are Jews and Christian and Sabians, okay, Sean went, yeah, and Sabians, Whoever has faith, so faith and belief is totally different. Whoever has faith in God and the last day and do righteous good deeds, again, righteous good deeds is the most important, shall have their reward with their Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve. Okay, so and now chapter 3, verse 113, 14, 15. Not all of them are alike. Of the people of the book are a portion that stand for the right. So people of the book, who are they? Again, which chapter 2, verse 62 said, Jews, Christian, and Sabaeans. Okay, so of Christian, Jews, and Sabaeans, of Christian, Jews, and Sabaeans, hourglass. Put it in your head, please. Not all of them are alike. Of the people of the book are a portion that stand for the right. And they rehearse verses of God all night long. Even Trinitarian, they will rehearse verses of God all night in this verse. And they prostrate themselves in adoration. Okay? They have faith in God and the last day. They enjoying what is right. The important part again. They enjoying what is right and forbid what is wrong. And they hasten in emulation in all good works. This is what is counting. They are in the ranks of righteous, and whatever good they do, never will it be removed from them. And Allah is knowing of the righteous. Okay, so if somebody doesn't understand chapter 9, verse 29, has to go to these verses as well, okay, and see that Allah distinguish between bad and good people of the book. No matter, let me see, there are people in the chat as well. First of all, I have to say fast, yeah? Moji, did you see the latest debate? No, sorry, I haven't seen that. Moji, you are pure communist who interpret Quran to suit your socialist belief. Communism is wrong. Okay, I'm not communist, please. I'm a Muslim. Okay, Moji, you are pure communist who interpret Quran. Okay, you read that, you said that the same, yeah? All right, so please, that's the link, and call in and talk to me. Okay, yes. So now, wait. We go back again to 929, okay? So 929 doesn't say believe, because every single people of the book believe in God on the last day, okay? Again, hourglass, don't say Christian, okay? So every people of the book, okay, people of the book in general, do they believe in God on the last day or not? So Jews and Sabaeans, okay? Okay, let's put aside Christians, okay? So Jews believe in God on the last day, don't they, or do they or not?
Yes.
So, okay, so are we going to find them? Wait, are we going? Hello, NW.
Hello.
Hello, sister. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. We met in Big Nose.
Yes, yeah, I know. Yes, thank you for joining. Yeah,
that's fine.
All right. So I'm explaining, sister, about this verse, okay, and then we get
Sure.
to you, because our glass doesn't get it, unfortunately. So this is not talking about all Jews. Our glass is talking about a portion of Jews, of course, Christian and Sabaeans as well. So I'm just saying Jews because you understand, I think, in this way, okay? So it's about a portion of Jews that do not have faith because they believe in God and the last day. This belief is not belief. Ya'manun, it is faith. They do not have faith in God and the last day. As the result of lack of faith, so they do not forbid what is forbidden by God and his messenger, which chapter 9 verse 34 explaining that they swallow people's wealth unjustly and they avert people from the way of Lord. Okay, so that's why we have to fight these people, those people who avert, those priests who fool people and take their millions of dollars, and buy private jet and so on. So we have to fight them, not every Christian and Jews because they don't believe. It is not about belief, it's about doing something wrong, which is swallowing people's wealth unjustly. Okay, Hourglass, you want to say something, and then I go to Sean, and then to the sister.
Yes, brother. I will research this topic because I'm not very familiar with it. But we spoke a little bit before. I want to to speak more about narrations, hadiths. So
Okay.
I would like to say that, yes, you asked me about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his marriage to Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her. And she was 6 when they got married, and the marriage was consummated when she was 9. Yes, that's what I believe.
Okay, so you can believe in that, whatever you want. Okay.
Yes.
So it's on. All
I
right.
believe
So I
in all
go.
narrations that are authentic.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, you are, sometimes here, sometimes there. I don't know. you are very unstable. I have to admit that one. Okay, because once you accept them, once you reject them, I don't know. So anyway,
I
Sean.
believe.
Yes, Sean. Hello, Sean.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm confused with this verse. So it says, "Kill those unbelievers."
No.
So it's not the Christians; it's the Christians and other.
No,
I'll
Sean.
clarify. I
Yeah,
get it.
Sean.
I'm clarifying.
No, Sean, please. First of all, it doesn't say kill. It's a fight, okay? Because this word has been used in many other places. For example, next verse or verse after, Allah says, Allah fight them, okay? So it doesn't say Allah kill them in reality. So it is fight, and you see all translators have written fight, okay? Fight them. So fight them how? In a way that they pay those money that they have taken from people's wealth unjustly. So now, Sean, you said that it's a kill whom? Can you please tell me what you understand? Because I explained a lot. I want to see if you understood it well.
Sorry, no, it's a fight, yeah. The verse basically says that you have to fight the non-believers, so it could be the false Muslims, false Christians, false Jews, false atheists.
No. Sean, please. There is this word, you see, among the people of the scripture. Do you see it there or not? Do you see it there? Yeah?
No, I can't see it. It's too small for me.
All right. Okay. So if you go to 929, many of the translators, they have put these people of the book in the very first part. Fight those people of the book, which has to be in this way in reality, because people of the book comes among people of the book come in the middle of the verse. That's why it make people a little bit confused, okay? Which has to be like this. Fight those people of the book who have no faith. It doesn't say believe, Sean. It says those people of the book who have no faith in God and the last day. Because all people of the book, first of all, I explained who are people of the book. They are Christian, Jews, and Sabians. These three groups are people of the book in the Quran. So it says fight a portion of them. And then I read for you. Did you hear? Because you went that time when I read these verses, okay? I don't know, just a second. These verses which I read, Sean, chapter 3, verse 113, 14, 15. If somebody doesn't understand this verse, then has to read these verses that Allah says, not all of them are alike. Of the people of the book are a portion that stand for the right. They rehearse verses of God all night long, and they prostrate themselves in adoration. They have faith in God and the last day. Again, I said that 929 is also talking about faith. I believe in you, Sean. I believe that you exist, but I do not have faith in you. Okay, these are two different things. Do you understand? The difference between faith and belief. Okay, so these people do not have faith in God. They believe in God, but they do not have faith in God. As the lack of faith, what they do not forbid what is forbidden by God and his messenger. But in these verses, because of their faith, because they have the faith, so they do what they do. They hasten in emulation in all good works. They are in the ranks of righteous. I missed a part. So 3 verse 113 said, not all of them are alike. Of the people of the book are a portion that stand for the right. They rehearse verses of God all night long, and they prostrate themselves in adoration. They have faith in God and the last day, enjoying what is right and forbid what is wrong. And they hasten in emulation in all good works. They are in the rank of righteous people. And whatever good, Sean, listen to this. Listen carefully. And whatever good they do, never will it be removed from them. And Allah is knowing of the righteous. Again, chapter 2, verse 62. I read it again. Those who have faith and those who are Jews and Christians and Sabians, whoever has faith in God and the last day and do righteous good deeds shall have their reward with their Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve. Okay, so this verse has nothing to do with Hindus, has nothing to do with Marxists, has nothing to do with Baha'is, for example, or anyone. It has to do only with Christian, Jews and Sabians, and a portion of them. Sean, do you get that? A portion of them, Sean?
Okay, so you have to fight the non-faithful Christians and Jews and Sabians.
And non-faithful, in which way non-faithful? Can you please explain
I
for
don't
me?
know, like non-practicing, like hypocritical.
No. It's not because of that, Sean. It says that they do not forbid what is forbidden. Okay, so they do something which is forbidden. They do a bad deed. And what is that bad deed? In chapter 9, verse 34, it explains it. Okay, Sean, our glass went. Yes, I thought Sean went. So they, in chapter 4, 34, few verse 4, they explain that the rabbis and their monks, okay, these priests and their rabbis, they swallow people's wealth unjustly and they avert people from the way of Lord. So this is what they do. This is what bad they do, which like those priests in Renaissance time in Europe who were swallowing people's wealth unjustly and averting millions of Europeans from the way of Lord, okay, from Christianity. They became atheists because of whom? Because of these priests, yeah, that who were selling land in the heaven and so on. So these are the people that we have to fight and not kill them. We have to fight and get these compensation. This jizya is a compensation, it's a money that they have taken from people, and we have to get it and return it to the people, not for ourselves. Okay, Sean, do you have any other question, please, about the verse?
Well, I'll let the other lady speak.
All right, so I just wanted to see if you understood the verse. So that
I get it, but you understand that this could be misinterpreted. Muslim can misinterpret this, and that's why ISIS and a lot of bad Muslims misinterpret this stuff.
Yeah, no, the thing is that ISIS, first of all, ISIS, Taliban, these are political groups. They are not religious groups. What they do, they fight for money, for power. Okay, they don't fight for God. And this verse is very clear. Okay, it is not doesn't need any interpretation. And if they are very stupid, not understanding this verse, then they have to go to so many verses, chapter 60, verse 8. Okay, and Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you because of your religion and do not expel you from your homes, from being righteous toward them and act justly. Allah loves the doors of good. Okay, so if somebody doesn't understand these verses, then how about these verses? Because we say we follow chapter 3, verse 7. Those fearing knowledge, those who have knowledge in the Quran, they say we believe in it. All of it is from our Lord. So, Sean, how do I follow both? If I have to follow chapter 60, verse 8, which I read for you right now, how can I follow the interpretation of ISIS of this verse? Can you please tell me, explain for me?
Do
you understand that
your interpretation is better? Your interpretation is better. So
sorry, I interrupt you. I mean, do you see that there is a contradiction in that interpretation of ISIS about 929 and 68? 68, there is no interpretation. It's clear. Yeah, a little child would understand. Chapter 60, verse 8, sorry, that I read for you now. Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you because of your religion and expel you from your homes, from being righteous toward them and act justly. Allah loves the doors of good. So This verse.
Yeah, but Muhammad didn't do that. He attacked innocent people who were trying to defend themselves against the Muslims
Okay.
trying to take over.
No, let me see where. Which people? Can you please tell me
Well,
those people?
there was probably pagans that were like peaceful, and the Muslims said we have to take over their place, jihad, and convert them forcefully because
Okay,
of
but-
our true
No.
religion.
Yeah. Let me please give me a historical event that Prophet Muhammad during his life, not after him. Okay. Yes, after him there were many things happened. You have even a companion, they were fighting each other. So those didn't have anything to do with the Prophet. Prophet Muhammad, okay, give me a single, because if you say he went against these verses, then you have to tell me that Prophet Muhammad went against the Quran himself. Are you going to tell me that?
No, I don't. So the Muslims probably came, and then the Christians pagans felt attacked. They attacked the Muslims, and then the Muslims revenged.
Which one you are talking about? Which attacks? Because there are many things has happened. For example, in when the Muslims went to occupy.
Well, Iran. Let's say Iran. There's a lot of places in the Middle East that were attacked for political and religious reasons.
When?
Islam is quite a
1400
political
years.
religion.
Sorry. Yeah, 1400 years ago, or you're talking about recent events in Iran, for example.
Yeah. Well, Iran is
Iran
anyway.
is
I don't know. I don't know exactly this verse. I'm not an expert on this, so I'll just mute myself and then I'll let the other lady talk.
No, but I mean that when you say Iran, because you have to, if current regime is a mafia terrorist regime, they don't believe in God, they don't believe in anything, they believe in money only. Okay, so Sean.
Yeah, but historically, how was Iran taken over by Islam? Was
All
it
right, yes.
peacefully
No.
or forcefully?
Okay. Yeah, so that's why I was asking you now or 1400 years ago. It was forcefully, yes, but the thing is that how some Arabs with swords came and occupied an empire, because Iranians at those times, they were unsatisfied with their governments and they allowed Arabs to take over. They didn't fight back. So that's why these Arabs, they could take over. And then a lot of things changed after the Arabs took over, because before Islam, education was, I do not accept that they attack, okay? But I say things became better, because before Islam, education was only for upper class. Lower class, they couldn't educate themselves. That's why we don't have scientists and poets, anything before Islam. After Islam, it flourished with Ibn Sina, Zakaria, Razi, and so many others. You have many poets, because lower class also they got the equal right to study as well. So things changed after Islam as well, to a better way as well, of course. Before that was very oppression as well, very, unjust and so on, all right? So, but occupying was wrong. I say it was wrong. Things maybe went wrong as well. Arab might have done things there as well, but because I don't know, some people say that, I'm not so sure, but occupying other countries by force was wrong, is against the Quran. And I know that Ali radiallahu was against that. Okay, Sean, the closest companion of the Prophet was against those occupation, attacking other countries. Okay, so now, sister, you want to say something? How are you, my dear sister?
I'm fine, thank you. No, I basically here because you said something about me coming to your channel, so I thought
Yes, you are very welcome, sister. So what do
you.
you think about what do you think about all this discussion we were having until now? Do you have any comments, please, about 929, how you understand it?
Well, I thought your explanation were interesting.
Yeah, thank you. Let me see,
And
where is Martin? We need Christian peaceful interpretation. Martin hopefully will join later, okay? Martin is my Christian admin, I'm the only Davo guy who has a Christian admin sister.
Oh, why? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So he will join. Perhaps he will join later. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, sister. Please continue.
Well, as I was trying to explain to Big Nose last week,
Mhm.
I'm a Baha'i,
Yes.
and
Yes.
but I accept Islam fully,
Mhm.
and I
Yes.
love the Prophet Muhammad,
Yes.
and I agree with you that within the time that Prophet Muhammad was alive on this planet on Earth, he
Yes.
never did any aggressive fighting. All the
No.
fighting that Muhammad did was defensive and
Defensive.
to protect himself and his companions,
Yeah. Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I fully
I mean,
accept Quran.
yeah. Yeah. Very good. I mean, if okay, which is absolutely not true. If he did that, then he went against his own book. Okay, the book that he presented himself, which is absolutely, insane that somebody think that Prophet Muhammad would bring these verses. And these extremists, say, "Oh no, those verses were abrogated." Okay, which chapter 3, verse 7 says, "Though Allah and those firm in knowledge know the true interpretation of the." On specific verses, and they say, who the firm in knowledge, those who are firm in knowledge, they say, we believe in it. All of it is from our Lord. All what? All of the Quran, not all chapter 9. Okay, because they say chapter 9 has been abrogating the entire Quran. Come on, this is so ridiculous. They say we believe in it. All of it is from our Lord. So we have to believe in every single verses of the Quran. We cannot say, no, I don't believe in 60 verse 8 that says Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you from being righteous towards them and act justly. Allah loves the doors of good. It's very important. Okay.
Mhm.
And unfortunately I found this Mr. Big Nose very, very ignorant, because he doesn't want to, I mean, if somebody is rational, when you tell him what is your problem with loving other people, he will say, I don't want to love my neighbor who is mean. I didn't say those who are mean to you, because all God wants from us, I read right now the verses that God wants these, okay? Chapter 3, verse 113, 14, 15, explaining they have faith in God, and the last day, they enjoy what is right and forbid what is wrong. Because of their faith, they enjoy what is right and forbid what is wrong. And they hasten in emulation in all good works. Okay? So, and then there are so many verses I have to read, some of them, that Allah says, anyone who does good, okay, chapter 42, verse 23, anyone who does good to others, they give more good for him in it. Anyone means anyone. Anyone doesn't mean Muslims, any Muslims, okay? Otherwise, Allah would say any Muslim. It say anyone, okay? Chapter 22, verse 37, give good news to those who do good to others. Those who are those are not Muslim. If God wanted, say that only Muslim would say, give good news to Muslim who do good to others. God doesn't say that, say those. Those means anyone. Chapter 39, verse 10, ultimate good await those who do good in this world. Those, again, is anyone. Chapter 28, verse 77, do good to others as Allah has done good to you. There are so many verses. Chapter 49, verse 13 says, O mankind, Allah made you from male and female and made you different tribes so that you may know one another. The best of you in the sight of God is the most righteous one of you. So if Allah wanted to talk to Muslims, would say, oh Muslims, okay? But here Allah addressed mankind. So it is about anyone with any belief, all right? So the more you sacrifice, that's why we have good scholars who believe even Mahatma Gandhi, for what he did, he would be rewarded from God, despite he was a pagan. Okay, but for what he did for Indians and he saved them from British, he will be rewarded, from God, because he did a great thing. And there are, we believe that there are. You are, as I, sister, you are Iranian or you are just Baha'i?
I am Iranian by birth.
Okay, by
So,
birth. Okay, so that, yeah, that's why we believe that Goleh Sorhi, for example, who was a Marxist, he's a martyr. He would be rewarded by God. He's martyr, is the highest level in Islam. Okay, so we believe that people like him, like Che Guevara, for example, or Jazani, or these people, I don't know if you know them, they were Marxists. They were fighting the former kingdom as well. So these people, because they were fighting for equality, because there is a verse in the Quran, Allah says, and those who kill the messengers and those who spread the message of equality, okay, the killer of them is equivalent to the killer of a prophet. Okay, so they will be punished. All right, so good scholars like Ayatollah Talaqani, you know him perhaps. Yeah, he also
I've
was saying
heard his name.
yes,
I've
he
heard
was
his
saying,
name.
yeah, he was a great man. He was saying that Quran is not talking in this verse about Muslim, otherwise would say Muslim. Quran says those means non-Muslims. Okay, those who fight for equality, if they get killed, they are in the rank of the prophets. Okay, so that's why we call even Marxists who fight and get killed, for equality, we call them also martyr and martyr. So Sean, you hear these things, yes? Sean?
No, I haven't, but they're new to me. I haven't read the Quran, so
No, I'm telling you that I'm not alone. We are millions who believe that Quran is talking about non-Muslims who get killed for spreading the message of equality. They are martyrs in Quran. Okay, they are in the level of prophets of God. All right. So all all
is
Muslims are
Islam socialist?
socialists in
Islam's
which
like socialist,
in which way you say socialist, like
economic.
following Karl Marx, or or believe in equality? Believe in
Well,
equality,
it's
yes.
got a bit of socialism. It's not
Yes,
communist, but it's got a bit of
no,
socialism in it.
not socialism. Okay, Islam believe in equality, in getting rid of the inequality, which is, you call it perhaps capitalism. All right, the Islam we believe in it, believe in an equal world where people live for rewards. They don't make money. They get reward for what they do, and they share everything with each other. All right. So that's the system, the world that Quran is fighting for. All right, and it is in the Quran. Quran says finally, this is a promise from God that mustazafin in Arabic, which is the oppressed, will rule and inherit the planet. And in the Quran, Sean, there are two classes: mustazafin and mustakbirin, which is oppressed and oppressors. Okay, so Quran says that finally oppressed will rule. This is oppressors and this is the oppressed, okay? Which are today the capitalists. They are the oppressors. So finally, these oppressed will rule and inherit the planet. But they don't change place, Sean. They don't change place. They get rid of the oppressors. So there will be one class, no oppressors and no oppressed. And as long as this system exists, there will be always oppressed and oppressors. Okay, so always somebody want to become billionaire, somebody want to sell drugs and weapons and I don't know what else. They want to sell all these so that they become richer and richer. They make coup d'etat here or there. They support dictators here or there. Yes, so that they can take our oil. For example, in Iran, they support the fascist regime of Iran, the fascist regime of the Shah, so that they can take our oil and sell weapons there and so on. So as long as this system exists, Sean, we always will have problem, oppressors and oppressed on this planet. Moji, my cousin was
Yep.
beheaded by Muslim. Please explain. They were not Muslims, okay, because Muslims do not such a things. Real Muslim, because Prophet Muhammad says Muslim is the one that people are safe from his hand and mouth. Okay, so your cousin wasn't safe from there, and I don't know. Of course, your cousin. Maybe your cousin was. What? Wait. Maybe your cousin was killing Muslims. Okay, that's a. But if
Yes.
your cousin was innocent person, if your cousin was not harming people, was not attacking Muslim, okay, then they were not Muslim. They didn't do, good deed, because Allah forbid that. All right. Yes. So you
Yes.
cannot, and
You
I
guys
have been.
have to fight.
But there needs to be some background.
You guys
because
have to
it's too
fight the
generic what he says.
fascists.
Yeah, fascist. Yeah,
Sorry.
fascism. Yes.
You
Yeah,
have to
it's
you have to fight the fascists in Iran. What else? All these
Yeah.
fascist countries in Middle East,
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Sean.
No,
go
we don't
ahead.
believe in this. We believe
No.
in obeying the rulers in Islam.
No, so Hourglass, please,
Well, yes,
stop.
we do. There's
No,
an
please,
authentic report about this.
Okay, Hourglass, please. I stop you. Okay.
You don't believe in
Okay.
hadiths and
No.
narrations, do you?
Okay, please. If you continue like this, Hourglass, please, I remove you. Okay. Don't say we believe. Okay. You believe. All right. Stupid belief that you have. I don't know. I said you have. You are
Yes.
very. No, wait. Hourglass. You are very unstable person, because last week, just because I didn't let you talk, you went to that fascist ISIS Taliban Islam. Okay. You became suddenly an ISIS. I don't know what kind of Muslim. Yes, you are ISIS now. You believe in stoning. You believe in stoning a human being. You believe in
But
all
that's-
these stupid. Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's in your books.
Okay.
It's in-
That's in your book.
It's in
Okay.
our
So stop.
books.
Okay. I said that you are a very unstable person. Okay. And I have said it to Martin as well. Unfortunately, when he's good, he's believing in what I say. When I do something that he doesn't like, he start to become again, following ISIS Islam.
I
Okay.
believe
Anyway.
in
Okay. So,
stoning
all right.
adulterers
Okay.
and
Stop.
executing the
Okay.
apostate,
All right.
cutting off the
Okay.
head of the thief.
Okay.
This is
Stop.
all in our scriptures, brother.
Okay.
You're
And you're a
picking and
scripture.
choosing what
Okay. I'm going
you
to.
pick and
Okay.
choose.
Okay, stop, please, Hourglass. I was going to answer Sean. Okay, so Sean, we have been fighting the fascist regime of Iran in 45 years. Unfortunately, the West have been supporting this fascist regime of Iran, Sean. Okay, especially Europe and UK. Not especially, even USA. The only one in all these 45 years who have been now, putting press on this regime has been Donald Trump, which even Europe didn't want. They were fighting against Donald Trump as well, Sean. Okay, so this fascist regime came to power because UK and USA, Sean. All right, go and read the history. When Iranian made a revolution against the fascist regime of the Shah, and we wanted democracy and freedom, so they chose for us Khomeini because they were afraid of a leftist group. All right. Am I right, sister?
I'm not really politically minded.
All right. Okay. Yes. Anyway, I'm explaining because they were
Yes.
afraid. Yeah. Because they were afraid that if Shah goes, that we had two alternatives. Khomeini. In reality, there were three alternatives: liberals, Khomeini, and the left groups. These three alternatives. The liberals didn't have any organization. They were not organized. They didn't have any support like that. The only people who had support and organization were Khomeini and the leftists. So they decided that if Khomeini doesn't take the power, then the leftists will take the power and they will join Soviet Union. That's why Ayatollah BBC was all the time making propaganda for Khomeini. We call it Ayatollah BBC because all the time was saying Ayatollah Khomeini said this, and they do right now today. They do the same with the Shah's son. They want to bring back the monarchy again, and they make a lot of propaganda for this guy, the prince, Iranian prince, and say he did like this, he went to the bathroom, he came out from bathroom, all these things. Okay, so they make a lot of propaganda for this guy even today. All right, but fortunately, we have a well-organized, democratic alternative for this regime, but unfortunately, the West doesn't want to accept that, and they want to keep this regime in power. So, Sean, yes, we have been fighting 45 years, and I am fighting still. We are fighting still against this fascist regime. I wish that the West stood on our side, not on Iranian regime side, because they want to sell their weapons into the Middle East, they want to buy cheap oil and so on. Sean, you want to say something about that?
Well, yeah, I agree with you, but I'm not fully communist. I might be eco-socialist, so
Mhm.
I don't really agree with all the extremes. But if the fascists are really bad, then you probably will need like other extremers to get rid of them. But I heard that the Iran now have problems with water, and they'll have to evacuate Tehran or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
the president said, and yes, they have destroyed the country totally. Yes. Yes, sister, you have anything? Any question?
No, I thought you might have some questions for me.
How about Baha'i? I saw something about Baha'ism when I was in India. There was something about equality as well that Baha'ism believed in that. Is that
Mhm. Where
what
were you?
it,
Sorry, what did you
I was?
say?
I was at that temple that you have the picture. I was there
Oh, in India.
yes, in India, Delhi.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then when I was entering, I was living with a Hindu family. They took me there. They said, "Let's go here." So
Mhm.
at the beginning, there was something writing about Baha'ism that Baha'ism believe in equality, something like this.
That's very true. Yes, Baha'is believe in equality of rights for men and women, and equality of all races and nations and
Mhm.
all colors. And the one thing which Baha'is emphasize over and over again is that the world is but one country and mankind is citizens. And
Okay.
it's about time that we were united together and appreciate each other's differences and
Mhm.
make them a source of pride, and not pride, but it's a source of making the world a better and a kinder place, rather than
Mhm.
trying to constantly fight each other because we have slight differences in belief or in understanding,
Mhm.
or that's basically it. That is the main core of the Baha'i faith, but of
Yeah.
course there is many other things.
Yeah. I believe myself that any religion, any good deeds, anything that teaches you good deeds, is good, and any religion, any belief that guide us to a better world, a more peaceful world, a more loving world, is a religion of God, and doesn't matter, even if it's a man-made religion. God only wants us to live in a world where we don't fight each other, we don't kill each other, we love one another. God wants that. Okay, so any religion that guide us to that, and I believe myself that Islam is going to guide us to a world where all these bad deeds will disappear, because the source is, and I say to this guy again, okay, because he says, emoji, you quote Karl Marx, blah, 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 you are full communist. I say to him that be a brave person. I don't know, you look like a man, but be a brave person. And there is the link, just call in and talk to me so that see what is your. He says that capitalism is freedom. Okay. And yes, capitalism is freedom for those who oppress, freedom for making money by selling drugs, by selling weapons, by human trafficking. $150 billion a year is human trafficking. Yeah. All these oppression, it's a freedom. Yes, you call this freedom, unfortunately. All these wars. Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's so
yes,
sad.
So
in order to
Wait, let's say, sister. Yes.
I'm sorry. Did the lady Hourglass would like to speak?
No,
Yes,
you can
it's-
say.
I'm
Yes,
going to
go.
ask you, since obviously you are very interested in Iran and
Yeah,
very
thank you.
concerned about it. I was wondering, what is your, how would you like Iran to proceed? How would you like it to
Yeah, I would like, yes,
progress?
yes, the progress would be a regime change, of course, and a democratic republic. I don't believe in monarchy. I don't believe in these fascist ayatollahs, and I believe that the monarchy, we have thrown it out from the country. So we don't want them back. Iranian people should, and it will never come back, of course. Never in the history, a regime that has fallen by revolution has come back. So it will never come back. And yes, they try to bring it back, some powers. Israel, for example, yes, Israel trying to bring that the former dictator back to Iran, but it will not come back. We will yes proceed with the republic, democratic republic in Iran.
I'm sure you know that many Baha'is, since the revolution in the 1980s, many
Yeah,
Baha'is have been killed in
I
Iran.
know. Yes, prisoned
Oh,
and killed, and yeah, it's very
absolutely. And even,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes, they have been oppressed, and that's absolutely the regime. In reality, oppress everybody, not only Baha'i. Anybody who disagree with them, they oppress even Sunni Muslim. You know that they oppress
Absolutely,
Marxists.
yeah.
Yes, they oppress Marxists. They oppress people Mujahideen. Yeah, they are, despite they are Muslim, Shia Muslims, but despite that, they are the biggest oppressed. The biggest oppressed. Over 100,000 of their followers have been executed in Iran. Killed, yes, and executed. I don't know, People's Mujahideen Organization of Iran.
Yes,
Yes,
I heard of them. Yeah.
yes. So they are the biggest enemy of Iranian regime. So this regime oppress everybody, and they don't care about what is your belief.
Yeah.
If, for example, they have good relation with Venezuela, which is the left regime, North Korea, Russia, China, yeah, and and then Sunni Muslim in Iran, they are oppressed, but they have great relation with Hamas, which is a Sunni jihad, Islamic jihad, and so on. So they don't care about religion; they just care about their power. All right.
In order to, I want to say, because you said a few things which I do not agree with about in your perfect world, what you would see about money, people work. It's not in the Quran, all of this, but
All
what
right.
I say is that we need the divine law, yes, the Sharia.
Okay.
And this would
we don't want
terminate
you.
all good deeds.
Yes, we don't
right?
need your
all bad deeds, sorry.
Yes.
Yes, when we have all
you're-
the punishments in place and all of this. For
Okay,
instance,
all right.
a thief in Islam will have his hand chopped off
Okay, but
because
Hourglass,
it's
stop, please.
to
Stop,
protect
stop.
people's property.
Okay, so Hourglass, please stop with this nonsense. Okay, please.
It's
I
in the
said-
Quran.
No,
What are you
okay,
talking
okay.
about?
Stop. Okay, if you continue, so Hourglass. Sorry, Sean
Okay.
and Sean and
Seek
sister.
forgiveness in
Wait,
Allah,
stop. Sean and
Seek
sister.
forgiveness in Allah. That's not true.
Okay.
I
You know
will-
why? Wait. Why I'm not allowing you to speak? Because we have been talking about. He's very, very uneducated. I've been talking a lot about such things with him, and I have told him I'm not going to talk to you because you are absolutely uneducated in such things. And he wants to
I am
continue. And because
uneducated.
wait, and then last week, just because I wanted to go, sister, I wanted to go to talk to, because Sean told me come and talk to Big Nose, okay? And Hourglass was here. He was going to ask me different questions, and he didn't want me to go to to Big Nose. He was trying to stop me. No, don't go. I have question. I said no. Okay, I have to go. I want to see what is it. So he got angry with me because I didn't listen to him, and I stopped my live stream. Okay, wait. Stop. Wait. Okay, so that's why he want to revenge. Okay, and he's talking out of absolute ignorance. Okay. That's why I don't allow him to speak about such a
Can I,
things.
can
And
I clarify
listen
my
to me.
position?
No, Hourglass. When you bring your imam, I don't know, your scholar, whoever, you bring him here and I talk to your scholar or imam, because I know that you have absolutely no knowledge of such
That's
things,
not
okay?
true. I do have
Okay, so
perfect knowledge.
okay, wait. You have perfect knowledge, okay? So guys,
Yes.
listen, guys, listen to you believe in stoning adulterers, you said, yeah?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
This
chapter.
is in the
Okay,
prophetic
yeah.
way, the Sunnah.
Okay, wait. Chapter. Where is the verse, by the way?
What are you talking about? What
What
do you
is
mean
it?
the verse? What
Where is the
verse?
verse? Where the verse of stoning? Where is it? Was written by a goat, yeah? You see, I told you, you have no knowledge, Hourglass.
No, it is in the
It's-
prophetic
it's-
way, the Sunnah. That's what
No,
we
no,
mean.
please stop. The hadith says that the verse came down, we memorized it, okay? And it was laid down in the book of Allah. You want me to read the hadith for you, yes or not?
I know it already. It's okay.
So you know
don't
that,
have to.
so you know that there was a verse and it was memorized by, what is it? Sahabi, yeah? It was
Yes.
memorized, so there was a verse. So where is
Yes.
the verse?
And,
So
and
where's the verse?
even,
Why I don't see it in the Quran? Tell me.
so it was abrogated, something like this. And
Something
but
like, so you said
it
that
was
you have,
carried
wait.
out.
No, wait. So you said you have a perfect knowledge of it, okay? So the verse came
Abrogated.
down. Yes, it was abrogated, yeah? So we don't have to
Yes.
follow it? So we don't have to follow
Yes.
it? Or-
Yes, that's the thing we do because it is in the prophetic way, the Sunnah, the authentic
No, wait.
teachings, the sound
No,
reports.
wait, Hourglass. If you have to follow it, then it's not abrogated. Something that is abrogated, we don't have to follow it. Learn, please, okay? When it's abrogated, like the Qibla, first was towards where? Jerusalem, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, first was towards Jerusalem. The verse is not in the Quran. Allah says, now turn your face towards Mecca. Am I right or not? Yes?
Yes.
So there was a verse that was telling us, pray towards Jerusalem, and it was abrogated. And we do not follow it because it was abrogated. That's why we face towards Mecca now. Allah said,
Yes.
face towards Mecca, all right? Masjidul Haram, all right? So,
Yes, brother.
so abrogated is a verse that we do not have to follow it. You should understand what does it mean abrogated.
Yes,
Abrogated means we don't have to
Abrogated.
follow it. So when a verse we have to follow it, then it's not abrogated. Then it should be in the Quran. So it says, the hadith says, it was laid down in the book of Allah. Which chapter and
Yes.
which verse? Please tell me.
Okay. So here's
Wait,
the thing: the
no.
companions they committed it to memory.
No. Stop.
I'm trying to explain to you.
No. My question. Listen to my question. Listen
Yes.
to my question. I told you you have no knowledge, and those.
I do, but I'm trying to explain.
Wait. And those who's supposed to have knowledge, they run away from me. Okay. Now tell me, in which chapter and which verse? Listen to the question. Okay.
Yes.
If somebody tell me, chopping hand is in the Quran. There was
Yes.
a verse came down about chopping hand of the thief, and I asked which verse and which chapter. He would tell me chapter 5, verse 38. Yes or not?
Yes,
Yes?
they would. Yes, they
Okay.
would know the verse
Now,
and chapter
yes,
numbers.
chapter. Now tell me, stoning adulterers. Which chapter and which verse was it?
There is none. It's not
There
in
is none.
chapter and verse.
So,
No.
so it doesn't have chapter and verse because
No, it does
chapter.
not.
Yes. So in which was it? Was it in the air? It wasn't in the book. If it was in the book, then it should be. Am I right, sister and Sean?
Yes,
Do you understand?
it is
guys?
only in the prophetic way in the Sunnah.
No, so,
only.
listen to me. So Quran is only in the Hadith. Quran.
No.
is not in
The
Quran.
command
now,
of stoning. The
no,
command of
commandment.
stoning.
So
It is
was
in the prophetic way in the Sunnah, but it's not in the
Yes.
Quran that we
Yeah.
have.
So, but it wasn't. So the Quran is incomplete.
No, it's complete.
So
Because-
come on, Hourglass. If it is complete, then
Yes.
where is the verse? Where is the verse? I want to know the verse. Listen to me. Listen to me.
There's no
Listen,
verse. There's no verse.
There's
about-
no verse.
There's no verse about stoning. It's a narration. It's a report. It's a hadith.
You said that there was a verse now. And now I read for
There's
you.
no verse. There is no
Okay,
verse.
listen to me. There is no verse. You said, listen to me. Sahih Muslim, okay? Book 017, number 4194. Abdullah ibn Abbas reported that Umar bin Khattab sat on the pulpit of Allah's messenger and said, verily Allah sent Muhammad with truth, and he sent down the book upon him. What is the book? It is the Quran. Okay, upon him. And the verse of stoning was included in that which was sent down. So don't tell me there was no verse, okay? This was one of the lies, okay? So there was a verse, and you first accepted. Then when I asked you which chapter, which verse, you said, oh no, there wasn't verse. Here the hadith says, the verse came down and it was laid down in the book, okay? And the verse of stoning was included in what was sent down to him. We recited it. What they recited? The verse. We recited it, retained it in our memory, and understood it. Allah's messenger, yes, wait. Allah's messengers awarded the punishment of stoning to death, and after him, we also awarded the punishment of stoning. I'm afraid that with the lapse of time, the people may forget it and may say, we do not find the punishment of stoning in the book of Allah, and thus go astray by abandoning this duty prescribed by Allah. Stoning is a duty laid down in Allah's book. Okay, so where is in Allah's book?
Excellent.
And who, wait again, who made, wait,
Well,
no, hourglass, wait,
the narration tells
no,
us exactly
no.
this.
Hourglass,
It's amazing.
no, hourglass, it says that, wait, stop hourglass, you make me angry, okay? It says that I'm afraid by lapse of time, the people may forget it and say, we do not find the punishment of stoning in the book of Allah. Whose fault is that? Am I astray or not? Wait, stop hourglass. Am I astray or not? I have abandoned it. Have I gone astray or not?
Yes, exactly.
So-
This narration
wait,
exposes
wait,
this thinking
Stop
because
hourglass.
the companions memorized it, so they
Hourglass.
did it. So
Hourglass.
do you
Hourglass.
wait, brother? I'm trying to
No, you stop.
let me speak, brother.
No, I'm not letting you speak. I'm asking you to question. Okay, now listen to me. It says that he's afraid that if Muji doesn't find it in the book, I may go astray. Whose fault is it that I go astray? Sean, wait,
So
stop before.
It
I
would
want
be
to-
your fault because
Okay, stop.
brother,
Sean-
can I speak?
No, Sean, sister and Sean, are you
Please,
there?
brother.
I don't understand. Sorry, I don't understand abrogation. So it's
No,
not
no,
it's not
Sean,
the Quran.
Sean.
It's
No,
the
Sean,
hadiths.
Sean.
But what does
No, Sean.
abrogation mean?
No, Sean,
Sorry.
please. I ask you, please, ask Hourglass, do you guys understand that it is those who didn't put it in the book, it is their fault that I go astray, because it says that I am afraid, it is Omar radiallah, supposedly, okay? It is Omar radiallah that says, I'm afraid that Muji later say, I do not find it in the book of Allah, and he may abandon this duty which is laid down in the book of Allah. He may
Exactly.
stop. Hourglass, I'm talking. Okay. If you don't unmute yourself, please. Okay. Let me finish. So, whose fault is Sean and sister? Whose fault is that I don't find the verse in the Quran? Whose fault is it? Is it my fault or their fault that they didn't put it in the book of Allah? Sean?
I'm just wondering if there was such a verse, because
No, the thing is that, sister, let's say, okay, first of all, I'm telling you that there was no such a verse, and I will come to that, because this guy is absolutely uneducated in Islam.
You're not
and
letting
I'm
me
not-
speak.
No,
Let me speak, brother.
wait first. I let you speak, but wait first. sister, there was no such a verse. But let's say, imagine that such a verse existed, okay? They didn't put it in the book of Allah, and they say, it is my fault that I don't find it in the book of Allah, and I might go astray. Whose fault is that, sister? My fault that I don't find it, or their fault that they didn't put it in the book of Allah? What do you think, sister?
I think it's their fault because they're lying. There was
They
no
lied.
such verse.
No, there was no such a verse. I have to tell you that those who corrupted the Bible and the Torah, and they added verses in their book, the book of stoning, and the verse of stoning and the verse of killing apostate. Okay, they corrupted those books. They wanted to corrupt the Quran as well, because they couldn't. Quran was protected by the companion of the Prophet. So 200 years later, they came up with these fabricated hadiths that, the verse came down but was eaten by a goat. Okay, they say that it was not in the book because it was eaten by a goat. Now give me a verse, hadith, hourglass, a single hadith that says that the verse came down but was abrogated.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. Please, brother, you have
No,
to let me
don't
speak.
unpack me. No, wait. Give me a verse. Sorry, No. Give me a hadith that says, I do not accept your word. Give me a single hadith. No,
May I
wait.
answer your previous question, brother?
No,
you
you
did not
said no.
even let me answer it further. So you ask me, whose fault is it? I say to you that this narration, it tells us exactly what we need to know. Because the people thought the companions committed it to memory, brother.
Yes, the companion. Yes, wait.
They memorized it.
Wait.
So
Hourglass,
let me,
hourglass.
please, brother, allow me.
No, hourglass. You stop. You
Brother,
lying.
you need to let me.
No, you're lying like your scholars. Okay, stop. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. I say, stop, because
Brother, you don't
angry.
want to hear the truth.
I kick you out from the studio if you continue. Okay, hourglass. You make me very angry. Okay.
May I speak?
Listen to me.
May I
Listen
speak,
to me.
brother?
No, you may not speak because you
Why
are
not?
a liar like your scholars. Okay.
No, I'm trying to give you the answer.
You say that the companion memorized it. I don't give
Yes.
a damn. I don't give a damn that they memorize it. I want to see it in the Quran. Okay. I don't see it now. Okay. Now stop.
You reject the prophet.
Now stop. Chapter 24, verse 25. Have you read it? Have you read chapter 24?
Yes, brother, many times, brother. I heard
wait.
you also.
Okay, so stop. It says, as for your right hand possessed wife, if they commit adultery, give them half punishment of a muhsanat.
Mhm.
So half punishment. What is the
Yes.
punishment of a muhsanat? Isn't it stoning?
No, it's 100 lashes.
So who's muhsanat?
Those who are chaste, who haven't had intercourse. So
Okay,
the
so wait.
virgins.
Okay, so chapter 25, chapter 4, verse 24, one verse before, it says, married women are forbidden for you. Muhsanat minan nisa. So muhsanat are married women in one verse before. So how come one verse after
Yes.
becomes Because it becomes different.
Yes, because it depends on the context, and you also have to look at the commentaries by the scholars.
Okay, I'm sick and tired of this guy. Okay. Oh my God. Sister, this guy is unstable, totally unstable. He will come in a few weeks later. He will come and say, sorry, I was wrong. He has done many times. Okay. And you see such a lies. Chapter 4:25 says, as for those your right hand possess, give them half punishment of a muhsanat. Who is muhsanat? Muhsanat is mostly refers to married women. And these people say, no, it is about unmarried women. Despite the verse before says, muhsanata minan nisa, means married women. Muhsanat minan nisa. Muhsanat are married women in one verse before. And next verse, just because they want to lie about the Quran, they change God's word. When Quran says there is no compulsion in religion, these people, they take, Quran says, The Jews and Christians, they have taken their rabbis and priests beside the Lord. Okay? This is exactly about these people as well. They have taken Bukhari, Muslim, their scholars beside God. So when Quran says no compulsion in religion, Quran is wrong. Bukhari is right. That's why they say, no, Quran doesn't say about Muslims, say about non-Muslims. You cannot force non-Muslims, but you can force Muslims. So there is a compulsion in religion. So you mean that God lied? Can you imagine how these people are close-minded? They change words of God because their lords, which is Bukhari and Muslim, they are, over God.
Mhm.
And he's
I
just
am. Can you tell
laughing.
me about this lady? She sounded American to me, but I could be mistaken, obviously.
Okay, it is not a woman, it's a man.
Oh,
Yeah, his name, I don't know, I know him, his name is Hourglass.
okay. All right.
Yes, his name is Hourglass. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then
Thank you.
he has been apologizing many times,
Okay.
coming and saying, he's up, down,
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
One day here, one day there. And last week, he was totally on my side. When I left and went to talk to Big Nose, if you check my live stream last week, I had two live streams, because after I got angry with Big Nose, I came back and started another live stream. But the first one, he was with me talking very good, and he was agreeing with me. We were talking against the extremists, and then he didn't want me to go there, and he was telling me, no, don't go. And then he was insisting so much all the time. And because Sean was insisting, so I said, I have to go and talk. I will finish the live. I go and talk to Big Nose. And then he became angry. And then in the comment as well, he said that, oh, you abandoned me, why you didn't listen to me? I was going to ask you a question. He started again to change, to become extremist.
Okay. All right. I don't know again, go back to the question that I asked you before. How do you envisage the future of Iran? Do you envisage it as a Muslim country where Islamic laws are enforced in the future?
Of course, nothing should be forced. Okay, in the future, we believe in a secular government, republic. Okay, and everybody are equal in front of the law, the country. So a Baha'i should be able to become a president, a Marxist, a Christian. No ideology should, interfere in the ruling of the country. Okay, and we have a council, national, what is NCRI? It's a National Council of Resistance. Okay, in this council, we have the main group is People's Mujahideen, but we have Marxists, we have secular, we have Christians, we have Jews. I don't know if you have Baha'is as well, but if they would like, they can join as well. Anyone who is against this regime and believe in republic, they can join this council. Okay, and of course, in the supporters, we have every different idea. They support this organization. So yeah, we believe in. And then this organization, by the way, which is the main organization of this NCRI, they are the first one who stood against Khomeini, against the compulsory hijab, for example. They were the first hijabi women who came out and they were chanting against Khomeini, against his compulsory hijab and so on. And that's why Khomeini said, our enemy is not in USA, it's not in Israel, it's not in London, it is here in Tehran, which was this PMOI, People's Mujahideen Organization of Iran.
I see.
He said that. He said that our enemy is here and he said they are the biggest enemy of Islam. Islam meant himself, okay, his regime. And of course, this organization was the one that revealed Iranian. All these problems they have now is because of this organization. They were the first who revealed Iranian regime nuclear facilities. And the world in 2002, and the world woke up and said, wow, I think 2003. So they started with negotiation and sanction and all these things. Yes. So yes, I believe in a secular future of Iran.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I wish to see it one day, to see people living in peace in Iran.
Yes. And the thing is that if the West decide that Iranian people have the right to bring down the regime, believe me, in 2-3 months, this organization will bring down the regime. In 2-3 months. Unfortunately, they still don't allow. They don't give the permission. They want to still negotiate with this regime. They want to keep the regime in power, but weak, without nuclear bomb, without supporting terrorism and so on. Okay, as long as this regime killing Iranian people, they don't care. But this regime should not threaten Israel, should not threaten the Western country, and should not pursue nuclear weapons. These are their red line. But killing Iranian people, no matter. Okay, no problem. They can do that. So this is unfortunately what the West hasn't accepted, that this regime has to go. And if we fight this regime, they put us in terrorist list, which they did it many years ago. Unfortunately, they put us in terrorist list because we were fighting the regime in Iran.
So are you part of it's called Mujahideen Khalq, is that right?
I'm supporting them, yes.
Okay.
Yes, and unfortunately, yes, as I said, they put this organization in terrorist list to appease Iranian regime, and 3 courts in Europe and USA, they forced these governments to remove MEK from the terrorist list because they are not terrorists, and they didn't bring it was many years they were in this list. And these courts, they were asking these governments to bring a single evidence that this group is a terrorist organization. And they couldn't bring. So the courts, one of them was in London and one of them in Washington. These 2 courts, they forced the British government and the US government to remove MEK from terrorist list. Yes.
No, I don't really know very much about the Mujahideen Khalq.
Yes,
But I seem to remember when I've seen the picture of the leader, is it called Mariam Raja'i?
Mariam Rajavi, yes.
Rajavi.
And by the way, I have to tell you this, that unlike all these extremists, this organization believe in equality between men and women. And not only that, they believe that women have been oppressed in many, many thousands of years. So we have to push them up. So that's why they have given the most positions to the women. And Mariam Rajavi is the head, but the majority of 70% of the members are men, 30% are women. But out of the leadership, 70% are women, 30% are men. Because they say that we have to give them the opportunity to show them that they are also capable. They are not, as these extremists say, women are stupid and so on. So, and then that is why the West is not satisfied that this organization take the power, because if they take the power, democracy will spread the entire Middle East. Women start to get their equal right. There was a Jordanian parliamentarian, a woman who met Mrs. Mariam Rajavi and said that when you take the power in Iran, it is not just Iranian women who get their equal rights. The entire Middle East women rise up and they want also their equal rights. And that is what the West doesn't want, because they want that Saudi Arabia just produce oil and buy weapons. If women there get equal right, they also develop, they also, start to invest in their country, and they will not rely only on oil, and they do not rely.
No, but I'm
buying-
confused.
Yes.
Didn't the Shah of Iran liberalize? Wasn't he quite liberal? And he banned the burqa.
No,
And
he
it was
didn't
because of
ban.
that.
No.
Well, he reduced.
No. Let me tell you, Sean. He didn't ban the burqa. Actually, Iranian people didn't use burqa or anything. Iranian people, they just used something called chador, and they were covering. And Shah himself, from 200 mosques during 27 years of his kingdom, from 200 mosques, at the end of his, government, we had 50,000 mosques in Iran. So he was spreading as well this, supporting these mullahs, ayatollahs, because he was afraid of the communism, as he was describing, okay? And he was a dictator. Why people rose against him was because of the dictatorship. And at the last days, he admitted, he said that I recognize your revolution against oppression, against corruption, and so on. And I'm so sorry. I will, change. I promise you. But it was late. So the thing that why the mullahs got the power, and I said, Sean, before, because the West, they were afraid of the left groups, so they helped Ayatollah Khomeini or Ayatollah fascist Khomeini to take the power, because they knew that he is not going to join Soviet Union. But if the left group take the power, they will join the Soviet Union. That's why they didn't want the left groups take the power. Otherwise, Shah was a dictator. Yeah, no, and the Baha'is, by the way, sister, the first one who was oppressing them was Shah.
I just have to say something here.
Yes.
What Sean said. In fact, Reza Shah, the father of Muhammad Reza Shah, he banned the hijab.
He was
1936.
The thing is that, sister, he did exactly opposite what Khomeini did. Khomeini was forcing women to wear hijab. He was forcing women to remove hijab, okay?
That's right.
Which is wrong. We do not accept any of these, not forcing them to wear, not forcing them to remove. A woman has the right to decide herself to wear or not, unveil herself, okay? So nobody, it is both are the same. You force them to wear or you force them to remove. They are both dictatorship. And he was actually a puppet regime of the British. British put him in power. And when he, when he, how do you say it? He supported Adolf Hitler in Second World War. Then they came and removed him and sent him to South Africa. And they put his son in power. So you see that none of them had any power. They were just a puppet of British. And they put his son in power. And then after Mossadegh kicked him out, then they brought down Mossadegh in a coup d'etat by USA and UK, and brought back the Shah in power. And again, the Shah was just following the order of USA and UK. Okay, so whatever he did wasn't his own decision. He was just following the orders of the West. And it was in the interest of the West to modernize, to modernize Iran, but people wanted a democratic government, because a democratic government would spend everything that comes in the country, spend on the people, not steal most of it. The Shah stole billions of dollars, and then his friends and so on. There was a bunch of capitalists and so on. So anyway, if Shah was a good person, if he was a good king, he wouldn't be a dictator. He would allow free election, like in Sweden. Sister, I'm leaving. We have a kingdom here, but the king is powerless. He doesn't have any power. The power is only, or even UK. UK is kingdom, yes, but the king has no power. And this is exactly what Dr. Mossadegh was saying to, Dr. Mossadegh was saying to Shah that you should be just the king. The power should be with prime minister, and prime minister should be chosen by the people. Yes.
Can I say something here?
Yes, please.
About democracy.
Yes, please.
Which I have many friends who are Persian, and I have many friends who are English because I live in the middle of England, and the people around me, I have no Persian here. They're all English around me.
Yes, okay.
The way people associate with each other and talk with each other, their understanding of democracy is quite different than what the Persians I talk to. I find usually the Persians I talk to, they have no idea of you exchange points of view, and then once people vote, that's the decision is taken. And you can have your own point of view, and somebody else will have an opposite point of view, and they're both allowed to have it. I find in Persians, or the people of Persian that I talk to, is that they want you to think like them.
Exactly.
And that's not democracy. Democracy is everybody's allowed to think what they like.
Yeah, exactly.
And exchange points of view, and then voting happens, and you make a decision afterwards.
Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, this is mostly because of the two dictatorship. Two dictatorship have made them in this way that they don't understand democracy, unfortunately. It is not their fault. It is the dictatorships, the Shah and Khomeini. These two dictatorships have made them, not hearing different opinion, okay? Yes.
How can they learn this? I mean, it's going to be, if you have suddenly democracy in Iran, it's going to be a period of upheaval, because people basically don't know how to negotiate with each other, how to discuss political matter, because they have no experience of it.
No, it is, as I said, that this NCRI, which I support, have a long experience and history of democracy among themselves, okay? And they are very democratic among themselves, and they will hopefully take the power, and things will change very fast. As long as we stop those who want dictatorship, we don't allow them to take the power, and we support democracy. As long as we do that, then people will change. Okay? Yes.
The thing about
but you have democracy
is that it's
you have
man-made
democracy.
right.
Yes, Sean?
But don't you have democracy in Iran right now?
The Sharia.
You have democracy in Iran, no?
Democracy, we have democracy in Iran now, yeah? Are you joking with me, Sean? Kidding?
Well, I thought you did. I mean, you have elections and all that.
No, Sean. It is, Sean, there is a leader, okay? Supreme leader. He's deciding who become president. Do you call that democracy? Sean?
So people vote, but they don't get what they want. Is that it?
No. He chooses 4 people, usually 4 people. And 4 people are from among either reformists or the hardliners, okay? And sometimes the reformists, of course, they get the power. Sometimes the hardliners get the, for example, in 1988, okay, Sean, there were Ahmadinejad, and then another so-called reformist. Most people went and vote for that reformist, yet is not democracy because it is again the same regime. They both believe in the same regime. They both want to protect the regime. But one of them believed that we protect the regime by oppressing people, by killing people, by, saying down with USA. The other one says that no, if we get closer to the West, if we change it like this and that, then we will stay in power longer. So that's the difference between them. Now, in that time, 1988, people vote for that reformist. But Ahmadinejad came out from the ballot boxes. And that's why it was mass demonstration, because people said, you stole our vote. So even if you vote,
This was 2009, actually. It's just it was
Yeah,
1388 in Iran's and
88. Yeah, 2009. Yeah, okay. Yes, I think, 2009. Anyway, so it was 6-7 months unrest in Iran, demonstration, So it is, anyway, it is not democracy that we have in the West, that everybody are allowed to vote, everybody are allowed to participate. Understand? Sean?
Yeah, well, I hope that I think the water crisis is going to probably cause a revolution, no? The water crisis.
The thing is that, Sean, the thing is that it's not just the water crisis. There are lots of crises in Iran. The problem is that I say people, they oppress. Now every 2 hours they execute one person. Every 2 hours they execute one person. And the West doesn't do anything. And they don't allow us to fight this regime. So as long as the regime is oppressing people, killing people, people are afraid to come out. Okay? So that's why we are hoping that the West finally, now they are again going to negotiate, if finally they accept that, okay, this regime is not going to change, we have to bring down the regime. So in that case, if they allow us to fight this regime, then we can bring down the regime. Otherwise, people themselves, they are afraid to come out because they get killed, Sean.
Wait, fight? Do you mean like physical violence or like protesting?
Physical. No, physical.
So you're willing. So you're willing to fight in Iran for your cause?
And there are many people who are in Iran that they are armed. They are just waiting so that the regime, the West allow them. Because if the West doesn't allow them, okay, then if they start to fight the regime and kill the element of the regime, the West put them in terrorist list, okay, which is, they tie their hands in reality. That's why we have to wait until they decide that, okay, now you are free to bring down the regime, okay? Because you cannot fight a fascist regime with protest. They kill you. They killed in, when was it, a few years ago, within 2-3 days, they killed over 1,500 people on the street. And the water, nowadays, there are rumors, I don't know, sister, you have heard or not, there are rumors that there is a dam near Tehran that because the water went down, 72 bodies were found in that dam. They were tied, they were those protesters was 2019, I think, that people came out against the petrol prices.
No,
Do you remember,
gosh.
sister?
Yes, I remember it, but I haven't heard about finding these bodies. That is
Yeah, no,
horrible.
I've heard it. And I remember that those time people were saying that the regime has dumped many bodies in this dam. And now because the water went down, so people say that at first there was a newspaper that gave the news actually. And then they removed it immediately after a few hours. That 72 bodies have been, found.
Horrible.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Didn't you hear that he wants to evacuate Tehran now? The president,
yeah.
what's his name?
President cannot do anything. He just talk rubbish. In the West, they don't know how to argue either and call each other communist or far right. But they don't. Yes, but they don't kill each other, as shown by recent U.S. election. But Miss K. Is it Miss K? You have changed logo, my dear sister. Yes, but Miss K, they don't kill each other. Okay, they are allowed to participate in election. They are allowed to, what is it? Say what they want, but in Iran you get killed. Don't forget the yes. Sorry.
Yeah, but
Because
it's getting quite violent now in America. Politics around the world, I think, is getting more.
it's getting more.
violent.
Yes. For Miss K said they do Charlie Kirks, but that's assassination that can happen anywhere. But it is not Miss K, please. It is not like old Soviet Union. It is not like Iran. It's not like North Korea. Okay, so everybody know. Yes, guys, sister, Sean.
I agree with you because in Iran, there are many Baha'is, over 200 Baha'is have been just for teaching Afghan destitute children. They have been given 5-year sentences and they are spending time in prison. And there is a lady who is 70 and she's been already 15 years in prison now. And she's got still another, I don't know how many years to pass in prison. And it is, the regime tries to shut down anybody who wants to oppose them
Anyone.
physically.
Yeah.
They don't
Excuse
allow
me.
them to talk.
Excuse me. A few weeks ago, a guy burned Ayatollah Fascist Khamenei's picture. He was killed within 2 days. So, Miss K, if somebody burned Donald Trump picture, they don't get killed. Okay, they are. You are allowed to burn. For example, in Sweden, I'm allowed to burn the king's picture or the prime minister's picture. Nobody touch me. But in Iran, you get killed right away.
Moji,
Yes.
thank you very much for letting me join you this evening.
Yeah, thank you very much for being here, my sister. You are always welcome. Please,
Thank you.
if you have any questions, come back. Okay.
Yeah, another time. Yes. Bye-bye now.
You can see it.
Yeah. Take
Bye-bye,
care.
Sean.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, let me see. Miss K say, guys, we got to get you on modern day debate. James moderating. No interruptions. As for freedom in UK, people got jail time for online posts. I don't know that. What is that? Sean, you are British, yes?
No, I'm in Ireland. They probably have hate speech laws or regulations over there for hate speech. See, I don't think they have freedom of speech. I think the US is the only country with real freedom of speech.
No, in Sweden as well, we have freedom of speech. No, yeah, in Sweden, if you give, this Nazi, what do you call it? Grating, yeah?
Salute.
And, yeah, salute. And you use Nazi symbols, yes, that's, you get fined. You are not allowed, but that's understandable because these are things that you should not do that. Okay.
What do you think? I heard, I listened to a bit about the modern day debate thing, and they were talking about cousin marriages.
Okay.
I heard that it's quite popular in Islam. What's this about?
No, popular, but people, it's not forbidden. Cousin marriage is not forbidden, but it's not popular in Islam, I mean, okay? So
Well, I
Middle
heard
East,
it's quite popular in Pakistan, like 60% or something of marriages.
maybe, yeah, it is cultural. Yeah, it is somehow popular in Iran as well, but it is not Islamic, it's cultural, okay? Maybe it has something to do with, being relatives. I don't know, but it is not Islamic. Islam doesn't promote it or something. There is no scripture.
Well, isn't it in the Quran? It's not in the Quran?
No, it's not in the Quran. Quran just say whom you cannot marry.
So where does it say? In the Hadiths?
I say that it doesn't say in the Hadith. I don't know any Hadith that says, what is it? Is good to, cousin marriage is good or something.
Well, Daniel Hakikachu, the guy, Andrew Willis, no, something Willis, was debating Daniel Hakikachu, and Daniel Hakikachu said, yes, it's fine that we have more lower IQ people because of cousin marriages. And I was like shocked. He admitted that he wants more low IQ.
No, he's a crazy, really crazy person. Understand? He's he's criticized by these extremist Muslims. Okay, Hourglass all the time say, "Let me in." I don't want to talk to you about Sharia law because you are very uneducated. Okay, so if you want to talk about something else, okay, but you don't talk about Sharia law. All right, because you have zero knowledge of Sharia law.
So cousin marriage is allowed in the Quran, or because if Daniel Hakikachu admits that it happens, is it allowed? Did Muhammad allow it or something?
No, Sean, Quran doesn't forbid it. Okay, I mean, when it's not forbidden, then it's allowed. I mean, is it forbidden in the West that you cousin marry or what? Is it forbidden?
Well, I
in the
think
West?
that the Christians didn't allow it. I think so. That's why cousin marriages was not as popular. But if it's the case, because cousin marriages is not good for the child, it causes more genetic defects. So
no, it is
good.
no, it doesn't cause it. It might cause. Okay, there is a chance, but it is not 100%. My brother is married to my cousin, and they have two good, healthy children. So it is not
but
like
there's a higher likelihood.
Yeah, but even listen, even if you marry someone from totally different race, there is a chance, which I know. I see people. We have somebody nearby, two different race. One Swedish woman with an Indian guy. They are married and they have a child with Down syndrome. Okay, so it is not about. Yes, it is not about.
No. But if you look up the genetics and studies about it, they say inbreeding is not the best for your offspring. So if you keep on doing that generations after generations, it's not good for your offspring.
Okay, but it is not. The thing is that it is not haram. It's not forbidden. It is not immoral. Yeah, maybe it is not very safe, but it is not immoral. Things that is immoral are forbidden, like marrying your brother, sister, mother, aunt. Okay, these are immoral in the Quran, but marrying your cousin is not immoral. Marrying your your adopted daughter is not immoral either. Okay, that's why there was somebody who was saying, why Prophet Muhammad married his adopted son's wife. Okay, so these are not as long as it's not immoral, then it is not forbidden.
That's right. Yes, it's a religion.
Okay, Sean.
Okay.
Yes, Owen.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that marrying a cousin is not the best idea, and we should probably make it immoral. It's not good for the offspring.
Says who?
No, wait.
Well, scientists say that marrying your cousin is not the best for your kids.
Yeah, but Sean, I said that the thing is that
it doesn't matter. What says. It's what God says.
No, wait. Hourglass, wait. It is not about child or whatever. It's about morality. Religion is about morality. Okay, so it is immoral. That's why it says don't marry these people. Okay, so if it is dangerous, that's something else. All right, that's come to.
Yeah, but if it's dangerous for the offspring, it should be immoral.
Yeah, but it is not. Oh,
It's
wait,
not
Sean.
dangerous.
Wait,
It's
wait,
not
wait.
dangerous.
Wait, hourglass. Wait. Sorry. So, Sean, it is not. I said it is. The risk becomes more, but it doesn't mean that it is 100% or the risk becomes 90%. No, the risk maybe become 10% more or something like that. Which I said, my brother is married to my cousin, and they have 2 healthy children. So you cannot say
Yes,
just because.
and if you keep on doing that generation after another, it's not the best for the population of that country.
Okay, but the thing is that they don't do that, generation after. It is not like that, what is it? That Islam says marry only cousins, okay? You are allowed, just that. It is not forbidden, but it is not that you have to marry only your cousins, all right?
I know, but some countries do it a lot. Like I heard in Pakistan, it's 60% cousin marriages or something. I'm like, what?
That's cultural. Yeah, that's right. That's cultural. Yeah, that's cultural, but that's not religiously. So, Sean, it is different between Salam alaikum or sorry, Sayyid. So it is.
Walaikum salam.
Salam alaikum. Peace be upon you.
Yes. So it is, Sean. It is 2 different things between make it illegal or what is it? Being immoral or just dangerous. That's there are different things that here. So Islam cannot make it forbidden just because there is some more risk.
Exactly.
And I said,
but
and I said that there are other facts as well can be even, for example, blood, same blood group is also make it the risk higher. You know that, Sean? Sean?
I think he left.
No,
but
he's here.
yes, about the stoning.
Wait.
No, you're
Stop.
correct.
Yes. So if you are,
I'm not an expert on genetics, but all I know is that they always told me in school that cousin marriages is not the best for the offspring and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I wouldn't advise it anyway.
Yeah. So they, if you have the same blood group, it is also the risk is much higher. So that's why Quran cannot say don't. It forbid it just because you have the same blood group. Okay. So Sayyid, how are you, inshallah?
Good, brother. Good. Yeah, there is a the incest happen in all animal kingdom. They have sex with brother and sister. They do sex in the wildlife. So I don't think it's affect anything. There are pride, lion pride. They have sex inbreeding. They have inbreeding elephant. They have inbreeding, and they don't have any sickness, anything like that. So we human also doesn't affect anything. Your cousin or even inbreeding, if you do, it doesn't affect anything.
It can, yes, no. Listen, there is a risk, but it is not because of the risk that Quran says do not marry your brother, sister. It's all about being immoral, okay? The immorality that Quran says.
What happened? Allah prohibited this because it will create a problem for family. So
no, it's immoral. It's just immoral, okay?
Yeah, because of the problem it's created. That's why it's immoral.
Yes, exactly. I mean, so that's why cousins are or same blood group is not forbidden, shouldn't be forbidden. And
even it doesn't affect any biologically. It doesn't affect any.
But there is a risk. Yes, we know. I say even I married my wife Well, we didn't check our blood or anything. We loved each other and married. So it could be something, you know. There could be, and it's not even you check blood. It doesn't might not show. You know, there are many people who have not. They are not related. They don't have the same blood, but when they give birth, their children are come with Down syndrome or many other problems.
Down
It's not.
syndrome can happen without any
Yeah, I
relation.
know. So it can happen with anything. Yeah. So it is not. Yes, you cannot say it
Yeah,
is
but
just.
birth defect is nothing to do with the genetic, cousin
Yeah.
marriage or anything.
Yeah.
Birth
Anyway.
defect can happen to anyone, healthy people. It doesn't
Mhm.
affect anything. Yeah,
Yeah, but genetic. If you look into the science, the
yeah,
genetic
science.
defects are higher with cousin marriages. It's just
No,
higher.
no,
That's why we should advise it not to do it.
in the West prohibited cousin sex or marriage
But
because
wait. Say it. I have to say this. Sorry, Sean. Today, at least today, we can prevent it with science. Okay, it is easy. You can even uh, choose the color of eye of your child. So we have gone so advanced. Okay, so it is possible to prevent it, and two cousins, they can marry each other without any problem. So Quran shouldn't forbid it, despite there is absolutely no risk if you go and check. Okay, if you, for example, there are many different ways they can choose even the embryo. Yes, you know that, Sean.
Yeah, but that's expensive. Most people can't
Yeah.
afford
Okay.
that.
All right. No. Okay. Yes, Sean. You can, let's say some people have this money to do that. So if Quran forbid it, then those who afford, maybe they are in love with each other, a cousin, two cousins, they are in love with each other and they afford to go and check it, but they cannot because Quran has forbidden it. So it shouldn't be like this, understand? And then I said that the risk is a little bit higher, is as high as same blood group as well. The same blood group, why it is higher, a little bit higher in cousins, because of the blood group. Okay, they might be having the same blood group, and the same as well with two different people from two different, race. If they have the same blood group, then it is the same as if they are cousins. Okay. So Sayed, would you like to say something else?
look the the incest happen in wildlife. Every wildlife they have elephant pride. They have 2015 elephant pride, and they have
Mhm.
sex inbreeding. The same with the lion. All birds and animals they have inbreeding sex. So it doesn't affect them anything. We are
Yeah,
also
yeah,
biological human being. It
yeah,
doesn't affect even we have incest. It doesn't affect birth
yeah,
defect
yeah.
doesn't happen here. This is
Yeah, Miss K says, well, we see plenty of mostly isolated tribes continuing in good health. Okay, yes, they
Yeah,
definitely.
but I'm not expert, but they say that some scientists say that if a population of animal gets reduced a lot, then it's functionally extinct because of there's not enough genetic diversity. So if
Mhm,
they keep inbreeding, they won't be able to survive. So if you reach
mhm.
a population size lower than the genetic diversity, then and they keep on inbreeding, then they could die of inbreeding diseases or illness, whatever.
elephant and lion and many other animal live within their group. This is the how they survive. I mean, that's how they live. So, as your scientific fact is not is wrong totally.
Okay, and I said Islamically should not be forbidden Islamically, because as I said, if in the future it will be cheap, let's say it will be cheap or free, like in Sweden, many things are free, well, healthcare. Okay, so in the future it will be absolutely free for everyone. Should it be forbidden Islamically? No. Yeah, Sean.
What's the benefit of cousin marriage, though? Why can't we just say we should
But there is
advise against it?
no,
You're
no,
allowed
no.
to do it, but we should advise against it because it's bad for the offspring, and it's
No.
cheaper for the healthcare system to not get married, cousin marriage,
Yeah, but
than having
yeah,
to do all these tests.
yeah, but as I said, Sean, first of all, two people are in love with each other. Like my brother was in love with my cousin, so they should marry. We cannot stop them. Oh, you might get, you might get. They don't care. They love one another. Okay, they want to be with each other.
Yeah,
You
but
cannot stop them. You cannot stop them for
okay,
something that might
I
happen. Oh,
understand.
you
But
might get cancer.
in the
And
Western world, in Asia and the Western world, cousin marriages is very low. So why can't you just copy the Western world? It's fine. We're doing fine with reduced cousin marriages.
You know, Western world does not allow because they dating system, they date and sex. So you don't want to date your cousin and have sex, then you let them. So that's why West is again about cousin marriage. That's the reason. Okay, if you have sex with your cousin and do not marry them, and that's it break the family relationship. So
I,
that's why
I,
you. That's
I don't
that's
know.
how this is the reason you prohibit it.
Maybe it's not that. Maybe because they don't have very family ties in the West, because I know in Sweden they don't have very family ties. Okay, so they don't meet each other like that. In those countries, people meet each other much more. They are closest to each other. So there are other reasons, Sean. And as I said, you should forbid even those who have the same blood group. And I said that it is also higher risk, like the cousin, what is it, cousin marriage. So now we can talk about something else, maybe, guys. Anything else? Sayed, you want to talk about something else?
How about Mamdani?
Mamdani. I don't
Uh,
know much about Mamdani, so I don't talk to you about him. Sean, do you have anything else
I know
to?
that he's a socialist Muslim guy who supports Palestine, and Donald Trump may pretend he liked them recently there because he's losing
I know
support a lot.
I know that they met each other, and he said, and I don't know about his socialist ideas, such things. I don't know.
you know, socialism is good for capitalism. Without socialism, capitalism could fail. Uh, so when these capitalists have money and somebody has to buy it for their product, if the people don't have money, so how are they gonna buy? Capitalists manufacturing the product. Who's gonna buy without money? So socialism is good for
Yeah,
capitalism.
but the capitalists are smart. They don't go full capitalism and take all your money. They give some money as your wage to maintain the system.
No, no. If people does not have money, so how they gonna buy the product they're selling? So that's why it says socialism is good for the capitalism.
Yeah. Anyway, any other subject?
Yeah, the water crisis in Iran is quite big. I mean, I hope I mean, if it gets really bad, they're gonna have to move the whole capital city of Iran, of Tehran there. And where are they gonna go? They're gonna have to make loads of tents somewhere, and it's gonna be
No,
horrible. It's gonna be like Gaza.
no. It is. That's a very impossible thing because people. It is like 15 million people. They cannot move anywhere. So it has to be some uprising, perhaps, because it's about the regime in Iran. So the regime has mismanaged everything, and people have to rise against the regime. Of course, now is the autumn and might rain a little bit. I don't know. Some rain and snow might come. So they have to just hope on that.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
don't think prayers is going to help it. You see the people
No.
praying. I don't think
No,
it's going to work.
pray is just bullshit. Okay. Yes. If it helped, Sean, they would pray in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia never rain. It rained maybe once or twice per year. So they should, if they helped, it helped. Then they should pray in the middle of summer, and let's see if it helped. Sean, you cannot pray in autumn.
What does the
Because-
Quran say about prayer? Does the Quran say if you pray, you can get whatever you want with prayer?
No, it doesn't say. I don't remember exactly, but it says that ask for God, God will provide for you. But it is not like that you get anything every time you pray that you get it. Okay, but it is not like that you pray and then rain comes. So you have to pray. You have to ask God, please, help us, please guide us, all these things. And He will help you. But it is not that you have to also do it yourself. He doesn't want that we just sit home and pray and everything comes from the sky.
So why do you pray then? What's prayer for?
Okay. So praying, actually, we pray is for showing us the right way, the guidance, okay, which He has shown us. And it is, and I said it last week with that big nose. It is the equality, which is the way out of this jungle we are living, okay? And we prostrate towards that equality. It is very deep, Sean. And I said that I have written that book and I have explained everything in that book, okay? That it is not about praying to God. It's about showing us the way out of this capitalist system, this jungle system, that the strongest get the most and the weakest get little or nothing, and every bad deed's coming from this system. People want to get richer and richer, so they do all bad deeds. God wants us to live equal, share everything with each other, okay? So we prostrate towards the equality, which is happening in Mecca, Sean. In Mecca, when you go, you have to dress equal. There is no poor, no rich. Even the material is decided, which should be a cotton material. You cannot have silk or anything else, Sean, okay? So we prostrate.
And what does the Quran say about having loads of children? Does it say you should have as many as you can?
Having what?
Does the Quran say you should have loads of children?
No, it doesn't say you should have. It doesn't say how many to have, how many children have. Okay, it just says do not kill them out of poverty. Allah will provide for them. Okay, it just say that. It doesn't say.
So you should have as many as you can. Is that it?
No, you shouldn't have. It doesn't say you should have. I said it doesn't. There is no verse that says you should have as many as you can, or you should have 10 children. No, there is no should. It just say you should not kill your children. Understand? Because people were killing their children.
Does that mean that all the poor people should not have kids in Islam?
Should not have kids? No. Where it says,
you're saying that you should not kill your kids out of poverty. So does that mean that if you have kids in poverty, are you killing them from poverty in Islam?
No, Sean. People used to kill their children, daughters, not boys. Okay, their daughters, because girls were not useful for them. Okay, and because they were poor as well, so they were thinking financially that, okay, if it's a boy grows and help me in my business, but girls cannot do that. So they were killing their daughters. So God says, don't kill them, okay? Because of poverty. I will provide for them. Understand?
Today people also do abortion. Because
I know.
Yeah. So
I know. No, some of them do abortion because they don't just want to have children. Okay,
Yeah. But
it is not.
it's the same thing. You are
Yeah,
killing them.
yeah. Okay, that's something else. I know, I understand. But what I'm saying is that Quran doesn't say, have a lot of children, Sean. It says just to those people who were killing their children because of poverty, it says don't kill them because of poverty. So it doesn't mean that you have to have lots of children, or I don't know how you interpret it, Sean. It says don't kill your children.
Okay.
So it is
Fair
for the
enough. I understand
yeah,
now. Sorry.
yeah.
I
So it
understand
is,
now.
yeah, I
So
know.
what do you think about overpopulation in infinite growth in a finite planet? So let's say hypothetically we're all Muslim and we had loads of kids because God allows it. What do you say when happens when we have two environmental problems like the stuff that's happening in Iran with not enough
Look,
water, they're taking out all the water because of overpopulation. And
okay,
so
look,
what do you
Sean,
think about
yeah,
controlling the human population in the future
yeah.
or now?
Yes, okay, yes. Sean, these are, left for us in Islam. Islam doesn't interfere in such a things, okay? Islam doesn't say to us about, what is it, science or medical science or such a things. These are left on us to decide ourselves how many children we should have, how many children we afford, should we about overpopulation. All these things are left on us. Islam doesn't interfere in these things. Islam talk about only about moral guidance and the laws that create a more peaceful world for us. So how to deal with cancer, how to deal with other things, overpopulation. These are all on us. Islam doesn't involve itself in such a things, and we understand
But what does Islam say about contraception?
contraception. What is that?
What does Islam say about contraception? Like,
Okay,
I mean,
preventing.
condom.
Yeah, preventing.
Yeah.
Islam doesn't say anything about that. Nothing. There is no a verse that says don't use, or there was no contraception in the past as well. Okay, so Islam doesn't say anything about that. That's up to people. How many children you want to have? You want to have no children? That's up to you. Okay, even in the West, some people have 7 children, 6, 7 children. Okay, so it's up to them. If somebody want to have several children,
What does the Quran say about masturbation?
the Quran doesn't say anything. I haven't seen a single,
Or the hadith?
word.
Hadiths.
Hadith. I don't know about that. Some scholars
Or
say yes. Some scholars say it is haram or such things, but I don't know anything about that. Okay. I mean that it is. I don't think that, for example, if you are somewhere, it shouldn't be haram. If, for example, if you are somewhere that you are alone, you don't find anybody, and you need to, relieve yourself, so it shouldn't be forbidden or sin. Understand? Or if you don't have the power, the money to marry and so on. So I do not say that it is. Myself personally, I don't say it is haram. Okay, Sean?
but I heard a lot of Muslims don't like it. Is that true?
I know. There's
Professor
some.
Quran?
Yeah, I say some. Some Muslims, and many Muslims do not like it. Yes, because of their scholars. All right, but
what do the scholars say?
the scholars have, some scholars say, I don't know all scholars' opinion, but some scholars say it is haram, forbidden.
No,
Okay,
I do not believe it's haram. If you feel like it, and you are unmarried, I don't see God is prohibited for you to do
yeah,
that.
I mean that it doesn't harm anybody. So
Yeah.
anything that harming you, Sean, or anyone else, that's haram. Okay, do you understand? So in Islam, anything that harms you or others, that's haram. But this doesn't harm you or anybody else. Anybody else. Understand? Sean? Okay. Say it.
Sorry, there I wasn't. I was talking to someone else. Yeah. So there's some good stuff in the Quran there, but there's still a lot of bad stuff.
Like what, Sean? Please. Sean?
Yeah. What are the rules about women in the Quran? Do they have equal rights? Well, they don't really, because you have to force them to wear a burqa, whatever, a veil.
No, but Sean.
And are they allowed to vote? Is democracy allowed in the Quran?
Actually, if you ask me, okay, Abrahamic religion have the best democracy, which is direct democracy. That's that's all. Again, I have explained it in the book. Okay, I mean there is the Quran says in many verses, make counsel among yourself. Okay, democracy. Even says to his own prophet to talk to your companion. Okay, decide together. Understand? Not that Prophet Muhammad say we do this, so we do this. All right. So he has to consider with his companion. Okay.
Did Muhammad allow slavery? Did he? He didn't ban slavery. Yeah.
He didn't allow slavery. Sorry, Syed, I muted you because you have a background. Quran chapter 9, verse 60, Allah says that freeing slaves is a duty on Muslims, okay? An obligation from God, okay? Freeing slaves.
So did Muhammad have slaves himself?
No, he didn't have. If he had slaves himself, then he went against the Quran, because Quran doesn't allow slavery. Okay, Quran says freeing them is an obligation. Do you understand, Sean? Obligation. Chapter 9, verse 60. You want me to read for you the verse?
Wait, sorry. I'm the brother of Sean, and I'm just curious to ask a question.
Hello, hi.
Is that okay?
How are you? Yes. How are you?
I'm good.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So are the people who practice Islam and they have slaves, are they being undutiful to the laws?
Yeah. If they had slaves, okay, because chapter 9, verse 60 says, charities is only for the poor and the needy, for those employed to administrate it, for those whose hearts are attracted to the faith, for freeing a slave, for those in debt, for Allah's cause, and for needy travelers. This is an obligation from Allah, and Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. So freeing slaves is an obligation from Allah. And there are many verses in the Quran that says also that if you do this, if you do that, the punishment is to free a slave. So Allah tried to free the slaves, So yes.
So are the people today who have slaves who practice Islam, are they being undutiful?
Today, anybody who has slaves is the most stupid moron person, okay? Because in 21st century, somebody has a slave and call himself Muslim. I mean, that's they are a bunch of ISIS, I can say.
Isn't there hadith that are pro slavery hadiths?
Yeah,
is there hadiths that mention slavery?
Yeah, there are many hadiths that are pro-slaveries that says, for example, Prophet Muhammad had slaves. Yeah, but those are hadiths like those hadiths that I read for you about stoning adulterers. There are lots of stupid hadiths, a bunch of lies, okay? That
but you understand that a lot of Muslims today believe those hadiths. You're a minority. You're like 5%.
I know. Listen, we are minority. Yes, I know. But I say, Sean, it takes time. It is a time. This is the time for, you see, Syed now is in India and Hourglass is in USA. And, we are talking to each other. Syed hear me. Either he accept or he reject. But at least he might start to think, okay? Before 100 years ago, or even if I was living, I've said it many times, Sean, that even if I was born and raised in Afghanistan, in a village in Afghanistan, I would also maybe think like them. But I have studied, I have educated myself, so I'm not thinking like them. So it takes time. Yes, I understand it takes time, but eventually we will come to that time that all Muslims realize that these are a bunch of fabricated hadiths and they do not go in line with the Quran, because Quran doesn't allow slavery. Okay. Yeah, so Sean's brother, you have any other question, please?
I have a question about the Quran. The hadiths, not the Quran, the hadiths.
Okay.
A lot of those rules. What is the environment like for people in like Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq? Like, what is because like in the West, it's quite temperate. You have cold winter, you have hot summer, but you have grass, so you have animals. But in the desert area, how aggressive is life? Like, does it make more sense to be more aggressive, to be more violent in those areas? And is that why the hadiths are there? Because it helps people to be aggressive, but in a good way?
No, actually, there are hadiths, okay, that are from the Prophet. Like Prophet Muhammad said, the pleasure you get in forgiveness, you never get it in revenge. These are hadiths that were trying to teach people to be merciful, which is in the Quran as well. There are such hadiths, and there are fabricated hadiths made by people but attributed to the Prophet. Okay. And there is, for example, a chapter in the Quran, chapter Hippocrates. Okay, so there were even around Prophet Muhammad those who pretended to be Muslims, but they were not Muslims, and they were damaging Islam with their words or their deeds. Okay, so Quran condemned them in Quran as well. So these people have lived always, even today they are living. They pretend to be like Iranian regime. They pretend to be Muslims, but they are not. They are a bunch of liars, businessmen. So they have created a lot of hadiths. Their wishes, for example, they wanted to stone human beings. So they put it on Prophet Muhammad, put it on Islam. They lied about Quran, said that, oh, the verse came down, was eaten by a goat, like I was talking to that hourglass. Sean was here. I don't know if you were here as well. But anyway, so
No.
these type of hadiths are fabricated. People wanted to add to the Quran. They wanted to add their tradition, their wishes, like killing apostate. Anybody disagree with me, we have to kill. So, and these are not in the Quran. Quran on other side says there is no compulsion in religion. So these people, they try to change Quran according their desires, according their own wishes. So they came up with fabricated hadiths like kill apostate. Anybody leave Islam, kill him. All right, despite the Quran says there is no compulsion in religion.
Yeah. It's the same problem in Christianity. Same problem in it's man getting involved in places they should not be.
Yeah. But the thing is that Sean, Sean's brother, unfortunately, in Christianity and Judaism, they could enter those verses in the book, but in Islam,
you guys have the rule, so you cannot change the Quran.
Quran, they couldn't. Hello, Martin. In the Quran, they couldn't, so they came up with fabricated hadiths. Okay, and that's why they came up. The verse came down, but it was eaten by a goat, and that was I was talking to that guy, hourglass, who was unfortunately quite ignorant guy. And so they came up with these fabricated hadiths that the verse came down, but is not in the Quran because it was eaten by a goat and so on. So that's why in the Quran they couldn't enter it. They couldn't enter it. It was protected. Because if they wanted to enter it in the Quran, those who memorized the Quran, they would say, no, it wasn't here. Shut up. Don't put it there. Okay, so that's why 200 years later they came up with these hadiths that it came down. Have you heard that hadith? No.
I never heard of this story, but can you tell me how is it that the hadiths gained respect in the Islam?
Okay, I tell you. Yes, I tell you. Propaganda of the caliphs, those caliphs who were also themselves a bunch of dictators, okay, and they were against Prophet Muhammad and his children, grandchildren, and so on. So they made propaganda for these hadith fabricators like Bukhari, Muslim, and so on. They made these people, and other people, they were uneducated. They relied on their imams and scholars. And these imams and scholars, majority of them are a bunch of businessmen. So they just follow what the majority say, because they feel their business being threatened if they go against the mainstream, okay, or the power, for example. And I know that yes, grandchildren of Prophet, they were killed by these caliphs, many of them, okay, they were killed in different ways because they opposed these caliphs. So that's why ordinary imams and scholars, they wouldn't do that. They just wanted money and a job. So yes, so like this has been unfortunately, and I said, if I was myself living in a remote area, raised there, I would also maybe blindly follow them, okay, would say, oh yeah. because I wasn't myself, I wouldn't be myself educated, free-minded. I would rely on them because I never would have read such a things. I would have never read the Quran. Many people, I see these extremists, they haven't read the Quran. Majid Nawaz. Yeah, do you know that Majid Nawaz? Yeah, he's British.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah. It's
Salam Mashi, my future brother in Christ.
Yeah, Salam Mashi, my brother Martin. How are you?
Good, and you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, Sean, I was saying Majid Nawaz. Oh, what happened? Martin went. Majid Nawaz was an extremist without reading the Quran. Okay, when he was arrested in in Egypt, and he was in jail 2 years there. Okay, he had the time to read the Quran, and then he became against extremism. Have you heard his name, Majid Nawaz?
No, but the story is told by generations of people who follow blind the teacher, and then they go to do themselves the learning.
This Majid Nawaz, he's a UK citizen. He's originally from Pakistan. If you search his name, he's living in UK, and he's fighting against extremism, Islamic extremism. And his story was this, that in Egypt jail, he started to read the Quran, and then he realized that he was wrong. Okay. Martin, what happened to you? Yeah, Martin came up and then suddenly he disappeared. I don't know what happened.
Maybe making food.
I don't know. He just came up. He's supposed to be here for a while, but I don't know what happened to his connection. Maybe. Yes. Anyway,
actually,
so
I have a question. What are the rules for? Because I've been told many stories from many different people.
Yes.
But what are the rules with
your connection back?
Women in Islam.
Sorry, your connection
with the Quran.
Yes, the Quran.
Can you
rules? Yes, now
can you hear me now?
Yes, please. Yeah. What are the rules for women?
Can you tell me the rules of in the Quran?
Yes, of what?
For marriage.
For marriage. Yes. The rules is as we said, you cannot marry certain people. Okay, but otherwise, certain people, which is your mother, sister, it is mentioned, your aunt, and so on. except those people, you can
No, but
marry any-
what type of power do the women have in the marriage?
Okay.
That's more of my question.
Yeah, all right. Yes, in the marriage, because marriage in the Quran is very holy, and both sides have to respect one another, and they have to live with love. Okay, with love. I can, if you want, I can bring the verses as well. And Quran actually gained a lot of rights for women which they didn't have in the past. Okay, for example, even 100 years ago in the West, women didn't inherit anything, but in the Quran, women inherit 50% 1400 years ago, which was a lot for those times. But it doesn't mean that even today they have to, earn 50% inheritance. Okay, that was 1400 years ago when women nowhere on the planet had even 1% inheritance, even 100 years ago in Europe. Okay, so we shouldn't expect that women should get absolute equal right 1400 years ago, while in 21st century, even today in Sweden, women still fighting for equal rights. Okay, but Quran says, chapter 49, verse 13, "O mankind, we created you from men and women and different tribes so that you know one another. The best of you in the sight of God is the most righteous one of you." So in the sight of God, we are all equal, men and women, Sean. Okay? So it is in the sight of people that we are unequal. People do not accept women's equal right. So God tried to gain their equal rights. Let me see, Miss Casey, 100 years ago in Europe, 1925 USSR, there absolutely was inheritance. Yeah, USSR, okay, that was different. But for example, I know in Sweden, for example, 100 years ago, women didn't inherit anything, because I remember that I had a colleague. She was maybe kind of 60 years, and she said that my mother didn't inherit anything. So her mother she must have been talking about 100 years ago, something like that, maximum. And I know that women didn't have the right to vote until when? Sean, you remember in Europe?
Until recently.
Yeah, but I heard slavery was banned. It was not banned until 1960s in Saudi Arabia. Is that true?
I don't know it is true or not, but that wasn't, if they didn't ban it, okay, that was not Islamically, because I read for you the verse 1400 years ago.
Yeah, but they believe in the hadith that support slavery.
Yes.
Majority of Muslims still believe in those hadiths.
I know, but that's not Quran's fault. It is not Quran's fault that people do not follow the Quran. It is not the Bible's fault that people do not follow the Bible. Because, for example, I see a lot of hateful Christians. They are so hateful, and then Jesus said, "Love one another." The woman is on TikTok is saying so much bad things about Muslims, hateful things about Muslims, and then at the end she said, "Oh, I love you. I love Muslim. I pray for Muslim." Excuse me, what is this love? You are talking like a racist. You are insulting our religion. Camel peace be upon your prophet, and all these things. Like this talking, is like I say to my wife, "I love you," but I say so many bad things about her mother. Somebody must be so stupid not understanding that this is hate. This is not love. Do you understand, Sean?
Yeah, but then the problem is that there's a lot of people who follow the hadiths who teach the Westerners. Like when you listen to the people who come back from the armies. I have a friend who's in Lebanon right now.
Okay.
They see the extreme, and so they're the only people who come home to tell the stories. They see the worst of the worst. It's like listening to a policeman about drug dealers.
Mhm.
A policeman will tell you the worst story about all drug dealer, but when you talk to a child who's selling drugs to feed his family, it's a different story.
Yeah, yeah.
You only hear the worst of the worst in the West.
Mhm.
But the problem is that there is a lot of bad people, and that's the problem, because
Yeah,
in
bad
France,
people.
you have-
Yeah, but bad people are everywhere. We understand, but I say, Sean, I believe that all bad deeds have a source, and the source is the system that we are living in. This system that everybody do bad deeds to become richer with anything. You know, they abuse religion. If they cannot abuse religion like Adolf Hitler, they abuse nationalism. Oh, white race, I am, you know, we are the best. If they cannot use that one, they use language even. Like in Turkey, we have Turks and Kurds. They are both Sunni Muslims, but they have been fighting 35 years because I speak Kurdish, you speak Turkish, you know, and it is all about power. It is nothing about religion or nationalism. It's all about power. They want to get their own power and all these things. So people use everything.
I have a question. Do you believe what's happening in Israel and Gaza is about power, or is it about religion?
No, absolutely not. I can play for you a video where Joe Biden was many years ago saying that $3 billion we invest in Israel was the best investment. If Israel didn't exist, we should create an Israel. It was, and
Yes,
why?
but the reason, I
Wait,
agree with you there. But the
Yeah,
reason why Israel is so important is because of religion. If
No.
Judaism wasn't invented there,
No,
the Muslims
I-
wouldn't care about it.
no.
And
Wait.
it's the location of the end of the world for
No, Sean.
Christians, Jews, and Muslims.
No, Sean. Wait, Sean. Why all communists?
And the
all
box there in the
Wait. Why all communists and all communist countries were against Israel? Because they knew that it is not religious. It is just a base for the West. And even Joe Biden was saying that if we didn't have Israel, we should have a lot of battleships on the sea. Okay, so it was all politic, and it was all because of strategic place, and they were even attacking Korea for what? Or
so
Vietnam.
you disagree. So you don't want design. You don't like the Zionists. Fair enough. But
No, I say occupation of Israel was just political, and
but
most
there was
of
a Zionists. A lot of Zionists were religious. Yeah,
No,
to be
no,
fair,
no.
a lot of them were atheists too. But there was a lot of them that were religious too.
yes,
No,
but
not all of them. The majority were not atheists. I think majority were religious.
No,
Could be wrong. Sorry.
wait. As I know, as Jews say themselves, Jews. I can play for you videos. I have them. Jews who are talking say that these people are not even Jews. They are atheists. These Zionists. It's not me. It's rabbis, Jewish rabbis who say that. Okay, so these people are just purely. They are not Jews. They are just atheists. They want to gain power, to get power, and they are. It is a imperialistic system. Okay, that want Israel wanted against the communist world, the East. So they wanted this base. And after the 1990, when Soviet Union collapsed, Israel lost its importance. That's why the West started to talk about, peace. They made a lot of meetings between. I think it was in 90s. Yes, it was in 90s where Oslo Agreement was written. It was Israeli's prime minister and Yasser Arafat. They signed an agreement, and Israeli's prime minister was killed. Ishaq Rabin was his name. He was assassinated. So after Soviet Union's collapse, so Israel lost its importance. That's why USA and Europe, they wanted, two-state solution. They wanted peace and so on. Otherwise, Before that, they were supporting Israel 100% because they wanted it very much against the Soviet Union. And that's why I said all communists in the world, they don't like Israel. So it is not religious. It is politically, motivated. Okay, guys.
Yeah, but it's funny because it's the Jews that invented communism, and the right wing have conspiracy theories about how the Jews run. What's that story there that was invented in the old Empire of Russia, where they said that the Jews are going to run the world with their banking system and all that. That's all fake. It's not real. It's the Priory of Zion or something.
No, look, I don't think that you can say Jews did it. Karl Marx, maybe he was Jew, but he didn't believe. Somebody, just because he was born in a Jewish family doesn't mean that he believed in Judaism and he was following something. No, he just came to something and he liked this belief. So I don't believe that communism was.
There was a lot of Jews. There was a lot of Jews in power of the communist regime, I heard, but I could be wrong there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And a lot of them left when the Soviet Union, when the communists took power. They left Russia and went to Israel. So because they were badly treated there by the communists.
All right, I don't know about that, guys. I think if it's okay, I want to wrap it up. That's all right. We can continue next. Yes, we can continue next week.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. It was very nice of you, Brother Sayed. Thank you for being here. We can talk more next week, inshallah. Okay?
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.